All right, so I am going to continue doing King Oger. This episode right here really interested me, and it flew by. And to be honest, there wasn't too much to talk about because this is mainly an intro episode for Blue. Um, so this probably I'm gonna probably try to keep this under 10 minutes. We'll see. We'll see. Because sometimes I can ramble on about some stuff, but really, what happened is we start out right where episode one ended with him being surrounded by the guards, and then Blue comes in with his dragonfly Zord, scoops him up, says, "Hey, I want him. I'm gonna take him to my kingdom." So he takes him there, and they're talking, and Blue's like, "Hey, like you're not a real bad guy, are you?" Because he's failing at his act to keep up this bad guy persona. But then Red's like, "Hey, like I want to take down my king. His stupid justice isn't right." And Blue's like, "Yeah, like that guy's dumb. I don't trust him. I don't want to be around him. I'm gonna disobey him because I'm a king too. So I'm gonna do what I want to do. Screw him. Screw his kingdom. Well, not his kingdom because I'm sure he still has a little respect for the people there. But point is they're talking about that." Monster or the minions attack a city. They go both transform, get attacked by the bosses. The main it's Bugnarak. That is gonna be so hard to remember, but that's what all these things are coming back from. So the two main bosses are there. Come back and say, "Hey, if you don't give us those Zords, all 5 Zords by nightfall, we're just gonna kill your whole kingdom." And so they destroy like the main bad guy destroys like everything in the city, and so he's got to King goes down, kind of helping clean up, and his servants, or not his servants, but the rest of his people are like, "Hey, like why are you king? Like you keep getting us in trouble." And so they're like, "Hey, like we want to challenge you for the throne," and they just start trying to hack each other. And he's like, "You know what? I can't do this one by one. I have crap I have to do." So he literally hacks everyone that wants to go up against him, beats them all. They go on their way. They go back to their little headquarters, kingdom thing, hideout, whatever you want to call it. Start trying to talk a little bit more about coming up with a plan. They want to go back. Red wants to go back to his home, um, protect his people. I think were they his siblings? I think they were his siblings. I'd have to go back and watch episode one. But his siblings are his friends, even though they're younger than him. Pop up on the screen and they're like, "Hey, like come back to the kingdom. Like we need you. Save us and whatnot." And they get dragged off screen by the guards. And so they come up with this plan where, hey, like we're gonna hand him over, and then he's gonna go take him on from the inside. But then the plan fails. There's this really weird scene, and I think it was the king's hand where the blue king was gonna the red king from the evil king. Blue was gonna kind of like kneel and be like, "Hey, like I'm sorry for everything I caused here and blah blah blah." And he starts to bend down, and just as he's about to like put his hand on the ground, it freezes in midair, and we see this shot where it's like the king just kind of like flicked his fingers up, and like it froze the blue. It froze blue. It was so weird, and maybe he has control over the other 4, but he doesn't have full control over them. But they made it like in his mind, like he's again like being controlled by the evil king here, which is really weird. And then he kind of disobeys everyone in his kingdom, which it's not really a true kingdom because they're all kind of he calls everyone a crew, his crew. So it's not a true kingdom, but I'm gonna refer to it as a kingdom. They all kind of cheer him on and says, "Hey, like good for you, stand up to that guy, stand up to that bastard. We hate that man so much." So they start weeping and crying with excitement. They're like, "Hey, we're going to war, baby, woo!" Not really, but they're gonna defy him, and if they have to go to war, they'll go to war essentially for their king. Um, and so our main guy, main Red, is like, "Hey, I respect that, and I want you. Where is it? I want you on of my team. I need a crew too. We gotta go back. We gotta go kill the Bugnarok monsters. We gotta go. I need help dethroning my former king. I want you on my team. And just as Blue's like, oh, no way in hell I'm joining you. They get scooped up by the Mantis Sword, and they're gonna go next episode. They're gonna go to the Yellow Ranger, her kingdom, see her kingdom and whatnot. So it's kind of forced, and it's kind of weird that they're just like, oh yeah, scoop them up. We want you. We want you. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. So again, just a basically intro episode, learn a little bit about Blue, and again that mind control. I'm guessing again the hand froze, so I'm guessing we're gonna probably learn about that throughout the series. That really caught my attention, and if this never comes up again, why was this a scene? It was they focused on it because everyone around Blue looked down at him like, what is he doing? And they were so confused. So if this never comes up again, which it should, but if it doesn't, why the hell do you have that type of scene where you're setting up mystery and then you don't even capitalize on it? And I get it's episode 2. I don't expect them to capitalize it until maybe 20s or something like that. But it's very weird. Very weird scene, but I'm interested in that. I wasn't as interested in this episode as I was in 1. Animation is still top tier, still amazing. But I don't know. I get it. They're not gonna set up the monsters until we have the 5 King Ohgers together. They're setting up the king where he might become the final boss at the end of the series, and these Bugnarok monsters might just midway through, maybe even they could even pull a Kamen Rider in the first arc here. They beat the Bugnarok monsters, and then the second arc is the king, and then the third arc the king comes back. I don't know. They could even pull a Kamen Rider and do a 3-arc thing like that too. So we'll see. Again, if you're just in this series for the animation, it's I don't know what it is. It's top tier. It is top tier. Chef's kiss. For the animations, CGI workers, all of them, they deserve a raise. I don't know what the hell Zenkaiger and Don Brother did to make this so that this budget is so good, but Zenkaiger and Don Brother revived Sentai, because there's been years where it's like, hey, Sentai's gonna die. It's gonna end after this year, and then all of a sudden Zenkaiger comes out, and a lot of really good reviews on it. Don Brothers, I thought was amazing. I saw so many people after the finale, while I was kind of doing research for my, season recap, or series recap. Saw so many people love Don Brothers. So many people gave it high scores and whatnot. So I don't know what the hell these past 2 series did, but they upped the budget for King Ohger here. So I'm excited to see how the rest of this series go. Again, it was 75%. And CGI background, animated background. You had a couple scenes where you knew they were somewhere in a city or something like that. You could tell it was real, real city. But again, most of this, it's animation. It's a budget. So unless this is again just through the intro arc, which 5 episodes, 6 episodes, whatever. But it doesn't seem like that. So I'm excited to see. I'm totally on board with a non-Earth type of series. Not Kira Major. Whatever that 10 Sentai was. I thought that was okay. I felt like they spent too much time on Earth for a space series. Starts with a K. I can't even remember it. But if they do that on an upper scale and we stay away from Earth, we stay away from all this crap, and we're protecting these 5 realms from the Bugnarok, I'm totally on board for that. Let's just stay away from Earth. You can say this might be an alternate Earth. You can say that's fine. But let's stay here. If they want to go explore other planets, you can do that too. But stay away from Earth. Let's just get that out of here for one series. I think it'd be totally cool to have it a non-Earth series, all around. 50 episodes or whatever. Nothing really on Earth. Again, if you want to say it's an alternate Earth, I will count that. But main Earth, humans, the things we've had for, 45 years or whatever it's been, 47 years. So, yeah, 9:55, just about 10 minutes. I know I kind of went on a ramble there at the end, but I'm interested. Like, this has really interested me. These last two series, really, and even Zenkaiser was really interesting too. So I'm excited for all this. For now, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on episode 2 all around. Are you loving the animation? Again, don't expect, Avengers Endgame, Avatar 2 level animation, but this is upped. this budget is clearly upped from, the past Sentais, and even from the past Riders. Like, it's crazy. But again, I already signed out. Again, subscribe if you want me to, keep doing this. Again, I didn't have as much fun with this episode as I did episode 1. But once we get past the intro arcs, we'll see how this all goes. But yeah, I already signed out, so I'm out of here. Peace.